What is up, everybody? How are you all doing tonight? Sunday nights, Ken's home video episode. What episode is this? 22. Episode 22. Yeah, what's up, everybody? I thought tonight I would both reflect on 2023 and some of the goals that I had set in 2023. We'll talk about, did I accomplish those goals? Did I not accomplish those goals? And we'll talk about which ones I did and didn't. And then we'll go into what I hope to accomplish this year in 2024. I could have done this in a video, but I was like, you know what? I'll just do this on the Sunday night live stream. I actually wanted to do this a couple of weeks ago. Then something came up and I had to take it down. So I just shelved it, decided I'd do it this week. But what's up, everybody? Look, as always, it's the weekend's over. You know, the weekend kind of starts for me on Sunday because I work all weekend. But the weekend's over for most people. What did you all do this weekend? What did you watch? Let me know in the chat. We'll talk about it. What physical media items did you get in to check out? A lot of great stuff, it feels like, got pushed all the way to the end of the month, and it's like all coming at once. I've got so much stuff to watch out there next to my player. I got a couple of things I'm going to talk about, though, in the live stream tonight as well. But yeah, hope you all are doing well. Hit the like button if you haven't already. And here in a second, we'll get into the chat. But I did want to let you guys know real quick. Let me bring this up. Aliens, True Lies, and the Abyss are all available to pre-order on Amazon right now, as they are Target as well and Walmart, and I believe Diabolic. I did a short last week, but they weren't up on Amazon yet. I have all the Amazon links down below in the description. Now, I will say they're $40 on Amazon right now, which is more than they're going for on the other websites. But I do anticipate that Amazon will bring those prices down when it gets closer to release date. And if you've ever ordered from Amazon, you know that you can pre-order at their price or whatever it is, and before it comes out, they will lower it down. And if they take it out, they'll refund it back in. So yeah, that I just want to let you guys know. True Lies, because everybody was freaking out last week. Where's all the pre-orders? Are they not coming out? I think they're coming out, guys. March the 12th. They like to make us sweat over at Disney. They really do. March the 12th, 2024. Mark your calendars. I hope that's the right date. True Lies, Aliens, The Abyss, available to pre-order right now. And they're down below in the description if you want to check them out. Amazon pre-order links. All right, so let me get to the chat real quick. See what's going on with you guys. We got Astro Juicy. We got username taken. Sure, why not? Not even close. Good evening, Ken and chat. John Doe Juggalo is here. What's up, man? We got Adrian James in the chat. Hello, Ken. How's it going? What's going on, Adrian? Hey, yo, Adrian. We got Emmett here. Hey, Ken, are you looking to buy Saul Tim? Um, Probably at some point. It's on Blu-ray right now for like $13.99. And I was thinking to myself, do I need the 4K for Saul Tim? And I was like, yeah, probably. I got Spiral on 4K. I got the first Saw on 4K. So I'll probably want to get Saw 10 on 4K. But the thing is like if they do them all in 4K eventually, which you would assume that they would, they'll do a box set. So do I need Saw 10 in 4K now if I'm gonna have to rebuy it in 4K when they do a box set later on? I don't know. It's so tough sometimes to decide these things. Should I just pick up the $13.99 Blu-ray? It's a little bit cheaper. I just want to watch the movie. I haven't seen it yet. So yeah, but I do plan to purchase it at some point. I'll just kind of wait until that price hit a nice sweet spot for me. We got Rob Zilla here in the chat. Heyo. We got what's Johnny watching in the chat. What's up, cool kids? What is going on, Johnny? How you doing tonight? We got my fire videos. Says, oh hey Ken and everyone, whatever you do in 2024, I'll be watching you. Yeah, I'll be doing some stuff in 2024, guaranteed. I'm already doing stuff in 2024. Now, will I be doing stuff in 2025? That's yet to be seen, but I'm definitely doing something in 2024 because I am currently doing something right now. I'm live right now. So there you go. And speaking of that, speaking of doing something in 2024, I've got a lot of videos up, guys, for you all to check out. I've got a couple of really long videos that I did last week. I did a collection update, which I want to turn into kind of a series. I find it hard to. I'm doing all these hauls all the time. It feels like, and I can't remember like what I've covered before, what I haven't. So I'm trying to stack everything up. It'll be kind of like an end of the month haul or an audit, if you will. But when I get a stack, I'm just going to go over it all. And I don't care if I've done reviews for it or whatever. I'm going to go over it all with you all in one video, and then I'm going to shelve it, put it on the shelf, and it's going to be out of my hair because I'm not doing the audits anymore. So I don't have to save it for that. And I'm not going to do like end of the month, Blu-ray hauls like I used to do before the audit. But I figured I'll do these like collection updates periodically. And I titled it Physical Media Lives. That's the name of the new segment. Physical Media Lives, Episode 1. Because it lives, guys. It lives and breathes through us every single day. And we have to celebrate that. So yeah, that was like a 46-minute long video. So they might be very long videos. And I'm going to start including everything in those. Like if I'm getting Vinegar Syndrome stuff in, Kino Lorber sales stuff, like I'm going to try to put everything in there. So I don't have to make like 50 videos. Like here's a Vinegar Syndrome haul, Kino haul, Scream Factory haul, this stuff. Put it all together in one video. I don't care if it's 46 minutes long. Put it out. Okay. But what I might start doing is I need to start doing this with Physical Media Report. I did for a little bit, but like put time codes in there. So if you're not interested in the Vinegar Syndrome stuff, you can like skip to the Kino stuff or whatever I'm talking about in the video. And that'll be a good way for me to talk about stuff that I don't do full reviews for as well, because I can't get to everything. So yeah, Physical Media Lives episode 1 dropped last week. Go check it out if you want a like big update of everything that I'm bringing into the collection. And I did my review for the Conan movies on 4K, and that review has been doing very well. And I really enjoyed those movies a lot. I was kind of surprised by how much I actually got into and really enjoyed those. Like I was looking forward to them, but I was thinking, these might not be the best movies for me. I don't, because I just haven't watched all of that like swords and sorcery type stuff. But I got done watching Barbarian, and I was so excited to watch Destroyer. And I got done with that, and I was like, damn, I love these movies. I want more. Like I wanted like 3 or 4 more of those movies to watch, but unfortunately they only made 2. I need to check out Red Sonja at some point, but I haven't. I feel like some people like that movie, but other people I feel like I haven't heard the best things. But I didn't hear the best things about Destroyer, and I love that movie. I love that and Barbarian. And the 4Ks were great. Go check out my review for a more expansive look at those 2 4Ks. And what did I did my entire Arrow video collection from 2023. So I talked about every Arrow title that came out in 2023, just another overview of everything. And today I dropped a Barnes and Noble Arrow video hunt video. So it's been like all Arrow video for like the past 3 or 4 days on the channel. And that's the way I like it, to be honest. I should just change the name of the channel to Mid Arrow Media or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. We got a super chat. What is going on? What is going on? $60. $60 for whirling. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for the feet pics, JK. I was gonna say I didn't. Maybe I did show my feet in a video, and I didn't know it. Sometimes I am barefoot here. Not very often, but sometimes. Enjoy the Convent 4K off of Diabolic. I know you'll love it. Oh, you want me to pick up the Convent 4K with this super chat, huh? You know what? I might just do that. I might just do that because you super chatted a very generous amount of $60. So what can I do? I have to pick up the Convent on 4K now from Diabolic. I'll check it out when the stream goes off. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Oh, I see my friend specifically Blu-rays with Nathan Jones. What is up, my man? Hey Ken, just stopping by for a second. Got a real early day tomorrow. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, dude. All right, let me scroll back up to the top. Who else do we got here? I know everybody was giving me crap over my mustache. So it's like I always have this. It's just I don't always like shave my around facial hair. But I always like have this, but I just decided, okay, let me shave everything but leave this. And my wife hated it like immediately. She's like, "What the hell did you do?" And she's been waiting for me to shave it off, and I haven't done it yet. And then I started filming videos and putting videos out, and everybody immediately commented about the mustache. So I don't know. Is it something I should keep now? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to keep it. Guys, 120 people on the chat right now. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. Let me take a sip of my water real quick. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe. Come on, you filthy animals. We got am I caught up here? We got what's Johnny watching? Sean says, "Hi Ken, how are you? Just a question: is Mid-Levolution still a thing without Bob making videos for a while?" Mid-Levolution, as far as I know, Sean, we are still a unit, but we had to take a break because Bob had to take a break. When Bob gets back, maybe we'll cook something up again, possibly, if Tony's up for it. Collector Movie Man says, "Hello, Ken. What's up? How are you doing? Did you ever see what I sent you? I sent you my top 20 movies of 2024. No, I don't think so, man. I don't think so. We need to do a top. You did top 20 of 2020. Is it anticipated, or have you seen 24 movies so far? Or are you talking about 2023? Let me know. Did Mustache Ken in the house? Yeah, everybody giving me crap about my mustache. I get it. Hillbilly Hunter go into retirement. I just haven't been to Walmart as much. I don't care to go to those stores anymore. I just really don't. Walmart always pisses me off, and they don't ever. I don't have a steelbook section at mine. I was gonna try to check other WalMarts, and I might still do that this week, maybe. But I don't have a steelbook section in mine, and it's just they don't ever have but like maybe 2 of their new releases and a bunch of crappy DVDs they put out. There's just no point in me going there anymore. And Target is just pathetic. Like there's like one standee and it's never stocked. So and Best Buy's gone out of the picture. So why do I don't need to go to those stores anymore. I just don't. It's sad. But yeah. And Hillbilly's not going to go into Barnes and Noble. He's not. He's not. He wouldn't be caught dead in there reading a book. Come on now. We got Despicable Me 4 trailer out now. Oh, did that come out tonight? I'll be honest, I can't remember if I saw the third one or not. I really can't. I like the first one though. What's up, Trucker Knots? Did you get Kindergarten Cop 4K? No, but I got my Keynote shipping notification like 3 days ago, so I thought I would have got it by now. I'm assuming that it'll probably arrive on my doorstep tomorrow, and I'll get it watched because I put out a poll today Let me see where that's at right now. I put out a poll today because I want to start doing more polls and letting you guys pick like what I review, because I want to be reviewing stuff that you guys want to watch, or that you're interested in. So I asked if I can only review one 4K this week, which one do you want me to review? Maybe I'll get two, but if I can only do one, which one do you want me to do? And right now, Kindergarten Cop is leading 41%. There's 1,100 votes already. Geez, there's 1,100 votes, and Kindergarten Cop has 41% of the votes. The Raid on 4K has 31%. High Tension has 21%. And the poor Boogans, my goodness, the poor Boogans is sitting at 7% right now, on this poll. So that's just sad right there, guys. The poor Boogans. Nobody cares about the Boogans. Didn't somebody say I was saying it wrong? What is it? Boogans? Is that how you say it? Boogans? I feel like I heard somebody say Boogans one time though. But since High Tension's 21%, I don't think that one's going to win. And I did watch it over the weekend. I will talk about this a little bit tonight, a little bit later. All right, let's see. We got the original Fuzz Man here. What's going on, Fuzz? Looking forward to hearing about the future of the channel tonight. I hyped it up, Fuzz. Future of the channel. I really have nothing. So I do have some stuff I want to talk about, but it's nothing like groundbreaking. Amir Nazim, greetings from Los Angeles. What's going on, Amir? Evan W., thoughts on Eureka debuting their U.S. titles? I actually had a note to talk about that tomorrow in the Physical Media Report. Pretty cool. Can't wait to see what they do this year. Great label. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to get more Eurekas. And honestly, like I'm pretty sure they are partnering with MVD, so it's likely I might get some screeners of some Eureka titles to talk about. So that is exciting. But yeah, the only Eureka I've got over there on the shelf is Valley Girl. I think that's it. No, I do have Cocoon. I have Cocoon on Blu-ray and Valley Girl, and I think those are the only two Eurekas that I have. So I'm excited to dive into that label a little bit more, for sure. And they looks like they got a few cool items coming out in the month of March. So, let's see. Jonathan Townsley says, "Hi Ken, hope all is good." What's up, John? What's everybody been watching? Just finished Cliffhanger. Watched Hackers last night. Nice. Cliffhanger is awesome movie. Hackers, I didn't think was a great movie, but if you watched it on 4K, that 4K looked incredible. It almost made my top 15 4Ks of 2023. It was great. The Boogans. I'm gonna say the Boogans. I feel like somebody told me that was the correct way to say it. What's up, Vanderhoff? We got Turin. John says, "What up, Ken? How are things going, my friend? What's going on, man? Watch The Holdovers in the theater and Don't Torture a Duckling at Home. Loved both. I haven't seen Don't Torture a Duckling yet. That's a Fulci film, right? I don't have that movie. And the reason I don't have that movie is because I'm waiting for it to be upgraded to 4K. I feel like that's a big one and they're going to upgrade it. So every time there's a sale and I want to get it, I hold off, and they haven't done it yet because I feel like they're going to do Don't Torture a Duckling on 4K. Like, why wouldn't they? It's a Fulci film. It's a popular Fulci film. So yeah, I haven't seen that movie. That's a big one I need to watch. But The Holdovers I did watch. I watched that on New Year's Eve actually, and really good movie, fun movie. Paul Giamatti was great. I enjoyed the movie a lot. I like the 70s. Like, it was set in the 70s, but it had like it felt like it was made in the 70s too at the same time. So I really appreciated that about it. What's up, Gus? Marius is here. Hey Kim, what do you and Michelle think of Dune 2? Oh my god. Well, I put up the thumbnail for our stream tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Married with Media. I got the link down below. And the popcorn bucket will be featured on Married with Media Live tomorrow night. We're going to talk about it. It's pretty funny. Blu-ray Addict said, "What's up?" Disney Movie Club has them for $12 or something close to that. I know, but I'm not a member of the Disney Movie Club, so I can't take advantage of that. And if I want to be a member of the Disney Movie Club, I got to buy like 12 movies from Disney at full price, and I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, Robzilla. So I'll pay the $75 for The Abyss, True Lies, and Aliens, and just be done with it. What's up, Scaps? Bull Moose also has James Cameron movies on 4K. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, I've only bought from Bull Moose like one time, and to be honest, like my experience was good with them. I got the Infinity Pull 4K Steelbook because they were the only people that had it, and but they sent it in like this really like small like envelope, and it didn't even have like anything to protect the Steelbook. It came in good condition, but it wasn't packed very well. So I was kind of like, maybe I won't be ordering from them as much, but maybe they do a good job with in other areas. I don't know. What's Johnny watching? Says Gus. What's up, Frightful Night Media? What's a popular horror movie that you think is shitty? Says Sammy. Um, what's a popular? I'm trying to think of like an all-time popular one, but honestly, like I respect most of the classics. I don't know if I could outright say like a classic is shitty. Um, one that a lot of people do like and talk about in the horror community is, in particular, the art house horror community, is Midsummer, and I think that movie is terrible. I saw it in the theaters, and I tried to trick myself into thinking it was good, and I knew there was something off about it. I was like, this movie is just so pandering and just a blatant ripoff of The Wicker Man, and also it felt like Ari Aster was like doing a parody of his own style from Hereditary. So it just rubbed me the wrong way. And I watched it again at home and I really didn't like it. And I just did not like Florence Pugh in that movie at all. So Midsummer is one that I know a lot of people do like, and I hate that movie. I can't stand it. Other than that, I can't think of a big example. Not I mean, I don't like Rob Zombie's Halloween, but a lot of people don't like Rob Zombie's Halloween. There are people that love it though. I think it's pretty shitty, so if that counts. But I can't think of one that a lot of people think is great, that I think is shitty. Usually even if I think a movie is overrated, it's not shitty. Like I thought Talk to Me was a little overrated, but I don't think it's a shitty movie. So that's a tough question to answer, but thank you for asking it. What's up, Amir? Oh, he says, "Hey Fuzz, Fuzz is killing it. If you all are not subscribed to the original Fuzz, go over there and subscribe to his channel. He has a great channel, and he is killing it. I think he said he's at 5,000 subscribers, and he started last March. Fuzz, geez Louise, you're gonna be passing me up by the time we get to Christmas. Like that's crazy, crazy, crazy. But you're killing it, man. Doing great work. Let's see, Vanderhoff, Saw X looks awesome in 4K. Yeah, I'll probably get it in 4K. People were telling me that was supposed to come out in January. Did anybody get that? I know it was a UK deal, but has anybody got that yet? Because I haven't seen anybody get it and show it off yet. So did it actually come out in January, or is it postponed? And why haven't they announced the US version? There's a lot of questions with that 7 4K that I have. A lot of them. I don't think they'll ever release Saw 2 through 7 on 4K, but I hope I'm wrong. I just don't see why they wouldn't. Even if they think that they don't need a 4K or it wouldn't benefit them. You know how many shitty horror films that just look like shit from the 80s are on 4K that Vinegar Syndrome puts out? It's like, how do you not think that Saw is worth a 4K? Like those movies were pretty competently made, and they were, made by competent filmmakers. I don't understand why a 4K wouldn't benefit them. They're films. They're not like found footage movies. I can understand if you said the Paranormal Activity franchise doesn't need a 4K. I get that. But Saw, I think that Saw would benefit from a 4. I don't see why Saw's any different than any other movie that's been put out just because it has an ugly aesthetic. I don't know. It's just a weird argument to make. I do have all the Saw movies. Well, except for Saw X. As I got the $15 pack of Saw movies at Walmart, I think one year. $15 pack. What's up, Wilkie? How you doing, buddy? I'm sorry I have to say your name like that. I'm like, Wilkie? What's up, Wilkie? I don't know why I say like that, but I do. I apologize. What's up, Wet Popcorn? What's up, Brad Bramble? Bramble, how you doing, Bramble, man? We got Johnny screaming, Corey. We got Zach saying, "Hi there, looking forward to your to 24 and your reviews." Well, I appreciate that, Zach. Conan the Barbarian and True Lies, which were awful, and I fell. Marius always has hot takes. Okay. What's the best Vinegar Syndrome release as Blu-ray addict? Oh my goodness. Well, if you're talking about picture quality wise, I still have to stand behind Roadhouse. It looks beautiful, and it was the best transfer that I saw in 2023. And it's just a beautiful box set, and I love it so much. And the Roadhouse trailer came out last week, and I didn't watch it because this is the only Roadhouse I need. Okay, but I love Jake Gyllenhaal, and I probably will watch it on Amazon Prime when it comes out. What's another one? Let me try to find an underrated one. This one's really stupid, but I really do enjoy The Invisible Maniac. And 4K looked incredible as well. It's just a sleazy high school slasher movie, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Flesh Eater. This movie, I didn't think I was gonna like it all. Oh my goodness, I gotta flip this around. Is it any better on the back? I didn't think I'd like this movie at all, and the first 30 minutes are horrible. I was like, "Oh my god, this movie is just the worst." But like the last hour is really awesome. It's like a full on like zombie apocalypse movie, and it's great. Um, so there's some ones I can, recommend. Do you think you can do a video about a room tour sometime? I'm gonna try. I mean, my rooms, I don't have a lot. I don't know. I just don't think it's worth a room tour. But I will be doing a collection reorganization. If you watched that last year and the year before, usually when I do that, I show the entire room and my process of reorganizing. So that's kind of a room tour when I do it. Did your Monster Squad have the slip still? Are you asking Brad? Let's see. Have you seen the date the Faculty 4K will be released? I don't think it has a date yet. Scream Factory hasn't officially announced that, which yeah, Faculty 4K is apparently coming. And I've been asking for that for how long? Like if you've been subscribed to this channel, I'm pretty sure the second I started making videos on YouTube, I was like, where's the Faculty on 4K? That's what we need. And I've been calling for that movie on 4K forever. And I said Scream Factory is going to be the ones that did it. And they did it. Thank goodness. I mean, I would have loved the Vinegar Syndrome 4K or an Arrow Video 4K box set, but the Faculty, I think is fine in Screen Factory, and I hope they do some good special features as well. But I am so excited for that movie on 4K. It's gonna look beautiful, and I can't wait. But no, it doesn't have a date because it's not officially announced yet. People just like to leak stuff all over the internet, and that's what they did. They took a leak on Instagram, and we all know about the Faculty now. It's on Blu-ray.com as well, I believe. In my opinion, Destroyer and Red Sonja are terrible. I mean, I don't understand what makes I can't speak on Red Sonja, but I don't what makes Destroyer terrible compared to Barbarian. Just because it has a little lighter tone, because it's a little tamer, it still has the same DNA of the Conan universe. Like it still feels like it fits in that universe. So I don't get why you could like Barbarian and not like Destroyer. That doesn't make any sense to me. As somebody that just watched him for the first time last week, doesn't make any sense to me. What's up, Fish? Let's see. Acting was something Arnold did between hospital work and necrophilia. What? Says Dr. Steinman. Let's see. Needs to go. Good evening. What's up, Laren? Mustache poll. Oh, okay. Needs to go. Yeah, my mustache. I got you. Yeah, it'll probably go tomorrow. I can't do the folk beard. No, this is about as far as this goes. Yeah. Everybody want me to keep it. Keep it. Yeah, some people were really happy with the stash. Somebody called it a who called it a caterpillar? A lip caterpillar or something? Zub Zero. What's up, Zub Zero? Remember when Arnie described his admiration for Hitler and great? I don't remember that, Dr. Stamp. I really like Hitler. Ah. There's a female Conan movie coming out called She is Conan, foreign anthology film. Really? I haven't heard about that. Anticipated. Yeah, I hate going to Walmart too. I could grow some sideburns. Let's see. What's up, Eli? What's up, Tales from the Shelf? What is it? Boogans or Boogans? I think it's the Boogans. But I don't know. I say Boogans because boo is in the front, like boo, Boogans. Makes sense to me. Aliens True Lies, Abyss 4K is now on Amazon. Yeah. That's in the links are in the description. All the links for the um James Cameron 4Ks are down below in the description. I came prepared. Have you purchased Vile on Blu-ray? I've got Vile. I haven't watched it. I feel like I've seen them all. I stumbled upon those like when I used to have cable, and you remember like I forget the satellite provider I had. Um, it was probably just like what was it? God, I forget what it was called. I forget what it was called, but whatever cable service we had like back in the day, because I don't have cable anymore. Um, they had like a video on demand section where you could like look at free movies. It was almost like a Tubi before there was Tubi. And I remember I watched like a couple of Hatchets on there, and this was probably maybe 2008, 2009. I feel like it was before Netflix. Um, so it was very early on. I was like, oh, there's Danielle Harris. I remember seeing her. Um, so I watched the first two, I think maybe then. I don't know if I've seen the third one. I know I've seen Victor Crawley. I think I've got that one in the collection. I don't know if I kept that movie or not. Did I keep Victor Crawley? I don't remember. I don't even know if I see that movie anymore. I might have got rid of it, but that doesn't make any sense. I usually don't get rid of movies. Maybe I got rid of Victor Crawley because it wasn't very good. But yeah, so I think I've seen some of them, maybe, if that's the answer. Curse and Cult today. Curse is great, and Cult is somewhat watchable. What's up, Adrian? How much market share do you think your channel has? I don't know exactly what that means. Market share. You got to elaborate, Sammy. I watched 4 out 6 Lone Wolf and Ka movies. Ka films. Okay. The Holdovers did something magic with its film style. Yeah, it was really well shot. Doing book 2 and started reading Colors of the Flower's Moon. I'm already at chapter 3 and it's only from Molly's point of view. Gotcha. Ken, do you like Bob Marley? Yeah, I know there's a movie coming out. Sure, I like some Bob Marley music. I'll probably watch that at some point. I don't think I'll go to the theaters to see it, but I will get it. No, I don't think I ever got that. Who put that out? Was that like Film Detective or something put that out? I did not get that release. I think it came out on 4K though, didn't it? Hey Ken and all you groovy. What's up, Huck man? Looking forward to hearing about the future of the channel. Evening, hope everyone's been well. What's up, Griff? Did you hear them making People Under the Stairs remake? Yeah, I think I heard some rumblings about that. I think I did. Do you think we will never ever forget the Alfred Hitchcock movies on 4K steelbooks? Do I think we'll never forget them? I've got a couple of them. I got the Birds and Psycho. But yeah, they never did any of the other ones on 4K steelbooks, probably because they didn't think they would sell as well. And they're probably right. They're probably right. All right. John Paneer says, I just sold a bunch of double DVDs and Blu-rays. I have that recently bought. The 4Ks gave me a ton of extra room. Nice. Yeah, I need to do that. It's just hard for me to part with stuff. The Conjuring is shit to me, says Robzilla. Oh my god, The Conjuring? I like The Conjuring a lot, and The Conjuring 2. After that, not so much. Not so much for that universe. No, I have not seen that one. I did buy it though with a slipcover, and I haven't watched it yet. I don't like that one either. Yeah, it's not very good. It's not very good. The remake is way better. Directed by Alexander Aja, who also directed High Tension. Um, yeah, the remake is so much better. Yeah, that's not a good movie. I agree. What's up, Ken? Thoughts on Ghost in the Shell, the animated one, not the BS live action? I haven't seen the animated one. I've only seen the BS live action. No, I haven't even seen the BS. No, I'm thinking of the one directed by Robert Rodriguez. What the hell is that movie called? I got it up here. Alita. Alita. That's the one I've seen. Midsummer is overrated. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Among a certain group of people. I mean, there's a lot of people that didn't like it too. But what's up, Tiana? Kim, will you be doing your top 25 70s movies? Adrian, I was thinking about doing that next Sunday. So be looking out for that. I may just do that on a live stream next Sunday. Top 25 70s movies. That'll be fun. Very hard though. It's going to be very difficult. I've got a lot of movies from the 70s I love. Um, there's some great movies in the 70s. It's like all timers. It's like how do you pick? It's crazy. Let's see. We're saying hey to Tiana. 7 isn't releasing until March. Amazon messed up like usual. Yeah, I didn't think so. But everybody was telling me I missed it. My most anticipated for January. Like, what about 7 on 4K? I was like, I didn't see anywhere where that was coming out. Like, and I look at UK and Australia and everybody. Um, so yeah, have it pre-ordered. Doesn't the second one have a 4K? I swore up and down I had the first one the other day. Like I was looking for it. Because I was taking like a picture of like January horror movies. So I'm like, oh, this one was pretty good. And I didn't have it. I'm like, what the hell? I thought I bought Escape Room. I got the sequel, but I don't have the first one. Let's see. I think 7 have been pushed back to May because I ordered the big box set one off Amazon and it says it's coming out May. Okay. Yeah, I'm waiting for the actual, like, just the regular release in the US. I don't need the box. I just want the regular release. Sick of Myself. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen that one. Johnny says the Jake Gyllenhaal Roadhouse doesn't look good. I didn't watch it. It looked kind of cheesy. Cloak and Dagger looked great on 4K. That's a fun kids movie. Henry Thomas. You bought on DVD Saturday. What you bought the new trilogy? I'm guessing on DVD. Well, you can stop. You don't have to. You don't have to go through kills and ends. You might like them though. You might like them. Are there any movies, big name or B movies, that you don't care if don't get an A upgrade? Um, are there any big name movies that I don't care? I mean, I've said this before. I'm of the mind now that I'd like to see everything get an upgrade, I guess, at some point. I mean, I know that's not realistic, but yeah, there's some movies. I mean, found footage movies. I don't think found footage movies need a 4K. I mean, Blair Witch is fine on Blu-ray. Hell, it's probably fine on DVD. Paranormal Activity is fine on Blu-ray. I don't need upgrades for that. I'm trying to think if there's a movie that I'm like, this is fine on Blu-ray. Um, I don't know. I like the look of 4K. I like what it does to some movies, and I can't think of too many movies where I don't think it would benefit it in some way. There's some new movies that come out that I'm like, yeah, this is fine if I get it on Blu-ray because I don't really feel that it'll improve that much on 4K because it already looks great because it's a new movie. There's stuff like that happens sometimes. Yeah, the faculty being a eco case. uh, yeah. I've said it before. I mean, I don't need everything on 4K, but it's like there's not I can't think of a lot of movies that if it was announced on 4K, I wouldn't be like, "Cool," you know? I mean, I'm realistic, and I understand that nothing that Disney owns will ever get put out on 4K, and that'll just have to be fine. I'll have to watch Armageddon on Blu-ray for the rest of my life, and it'll have to be okay. Uh, I think we did. I think we did in one stream. I can't remember. Yep, 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 yep. I'm looking forward to watching them. Don't shave. Don't shave the stash. People say Ken's Arnie sounds like the Cookie Monster. Yeah, that was a terrible Arnie. I'll try again later. Thank you, Quicksilver. What's up, spicy pork? Amazon has both the collectors and the what's in the box edition. 7. Okay. Well, dang. I just watched Four Flies on Grey Velvet. Pretty good. I emailed Severin and asked if they still had the 4K, and 2 days later they told they do. A little expensive, but worth it. Yeah, I've heard about that deal where you just call Severin up on the phone. You're like, "Hey, do you still got some of them Four Flies?" And they'll say, "Yeah, we got it. We got the stuff you need." And you got to give them some cash under the table, and then they send it to your house. I heard about that deal. I haven't took part in it though yet. 209 people in the chat. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. What are you guys doing? If you haven't hit the like button, that's just not cool. It's just not cool. You have to hit it. Okay. I need at least 195 likes, or I'm leaving. I'm just joking. Um, let me see. 60 likes. Are you guys kidding me? 200 not 8 people in here that only got 60 likes. Hit that like button for the love of Jiminy Christmas. Um, how would I rank Michael Jai White as Spawn? Who else do I got to compare him to? That's the only iteration of Spawn I've seen. Conan the Destroyer is a fun movie. It may not be as good as the first one, but it's still entertaining and has a great musical score. Yep, 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 yep. I'm obsessed of Tubi right now. Yeah, Tubi's got a lot of great stuff. Tubi's got a lot of great stuff. Kenny should do a Giallo top 10. Um, you, Mike, I've seen at least, I'd say 15 Giallos. I've seen at least 15 Giallos. I'd say I'd have to think about it. I feel like I have. I've been watching them for probably 6 or 7 years now. Uh, Zavi US says December release. Amazon says May. Besides the Nightmare on Elm Street series, what franchise would you like to see next get an awesome 4K box set release? Oh, that's a tough one. I mean, honestly, I just want a nice 4K box set of Rocky, not the little piddly crap we got on the shelf. Like, it would be nice if we got a full, like, box set of all the movies, even the Creed movies, you know, that would be cool. Um, I mean, I think it would be cool to get like a filmmaker box set, like a Tarantino box set, all of his movies. Obviously wait till his last movie comes out. Um, have all of his movies in one box set. That would be cool. If you count that as a franchise, or the Kevin Smith View Askew universe, put all those movies in a box set. That would be cool. We could have Dogma back on Blu-ray or 4K or whatever they put it on. But like Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy, Dogma, Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, Clerks 2, none of the other like Jersey Girl, none of that stuff, like Red State. You can leave all that stuff out. Just has to tie to the Jay and Silent Bob View Askew universe. Clerks 2, Jay and Silent Bob reboots, and then Clerks 3. That would be 8 movies, I think, in a box set. Yeah, I would buy that. I would buy that. I'm not going to buy a Clerks only box set for $170 though on Amazon. That's what I'm not going to do. I think that's how much it costs. As cool as parts of that release were, market share is stock investment and Wall Street term. It is. I just don't. I don't understand how that pertains to what I do here. I did watch Dumb Money the other night, and that was about a YouTuber that was live streaming and talking about stocks, but I don't do that. I don't do that. Oppenheimer, yeah, of the ones that are nominated, but I haven't seen probably 6 of those movies. I think I've only seen 4, maybe 5. Um, what's up, Holland? Boojins. Oh, you want me to say Boojins? So it's not Boogans or Boogans, it's Boojins. Boojins. Okay. Um, I don't know. I mean, if what I don't know. Maybe. I told y'all what I thought. It's going to be this little piddly thing with all 7 of them in it on 4K. Because Warner Brothers did that with Rocky, so why wouldn't they do that with Nightmare on Elm Street? They don't give a shit. Just put it on a disc. They'll buy it. They don't care about the presentation. Warner Brothers was doing some cool box sets with those little Warner Brothers 25 film box sets. Those were pretty cool. Those gave me kind of gave me hope a little bit that, oh, they're figuring out how to do a box set. Maybe we'll get Nightmare on Elm Street, a nice box set. But nothing. Do you prefer slashers with a lot of great gore or paranormal movies with great atmosphere? I mean, I like both. It just depends on what mood I'm in. I love paranormal movies and I love gory slashers. Do you think Shout Factory will release a box of Nightmare on Elm Street? No, no. I think that ship has sailed. I think that ship has sailed. Anything's possible in the next 2 years, 3 years, maybe. But I think that's done. If they could, they would. But I think that's done. What's up, Castellanos? Daninos? Sorry. What's up, Ken? Have you seen the Carry Arrow video version, and what did you think of the transfer compared to Screen Factories? I think the Arrow video look a touch better. I have not watched Carrie from Arrow, but it's next to my player out there. I did want to watch it. What's up, Big Movie Freak? Cast in, we still need Sorority House Massacre 2 and Hard to Die release. Got the High Tension and Five Nights Freddy's and Peeping Tom coming today. I did want to get that Peeping Tom release. I did. Amazon says Conan set release date is February 20th. Yeah, for some reason, Amazon pushed it back, but everybody else should be getting theirs. Like if you order from Arrow, you should be getting yours. I know I posted about that Friday, but you should be getting yours this week, at least. But I don't know what's going on with Amazon. They do that crap with Kino stuff. So I don't know. I don't know if they just didn't get enough stock in, or they're waiting on the stock for Arrow to ship it to them, or what's going on. I think they overcommitted because they matched the Barnes and Noble sale, and they just ran out. So now they got to get more. Yeah, I can't believe that's not on Blu-ray. That'd be a good criterion release, though. I mean, it'd be cool. I mean, it's Screen Factory put out the Blu-ray of it, but I mean, it's possible if they lost the rights, maybe they can do 2 and 3 4K box sets to match those. That would be cool. I'd be all for it. What movie makes you feel really dumb after watching it? So that could be taken 2 ways. Like it's a movie that's just so dumb it makes me feel dumb, or it's a movie that is so intelligent and I don't understand any of it and I just feel like an idiot when I'm done watching it. Which is a lot of movies if I'm being honest. I'm trying to think of one that really did it to me where I was just like, "Huh? I don't get it." And I feel dumb. I can't think of it though. I feel like there was something recently. Yeah, that's a hard one to answer, Sammy. I'm sorry. What's up? What's up, Daniel? What's up, Mike? Encino Man and Son and all. Yes, they do. They do. Recently picked up Messiah of Evil and Angst 1983. Excited to check out both. Yeah, I need to watch it. Messiah of Evil. But not available. I checked Amazon, Hamilton Book, and Barnes and Noble. Really? Did they sell out of it? I can't believe that. Hopefully they put it back in stock. That's a great box set. I mean, we got it. We got SLC Punk on 4K. It's up there in that Columbia box set. I would reach for it, but it's well. Do you want to see it, Jason? I don't even know if this thing's still available. This Columbia Pictures box set. Where's it at? Are you ready, Jason? I'm about ready to blow your mind. SLC Punk on 4K. Yeah, I don't know if this thing's still available or not. It might have been so limited that it's not in stock anymore. I don't know. Let me adjust my pillow. All right. Grindhouse Overjoy ordered Enter the Video Store Empire Screams. Smaller packages. All right. Can't wait for Conan Chronicles. Just watch Deep Red. Fantastic. I would love a box set. Deep Red is awesome. I would love as box set of Romero's zombie films. That would be cool. We Can Only Hope from Dusk Till Dawn is coming. Yeah, I got a bad feeling about that too. But I don't know. I don't know. I think didn't that get a 4K this year? Nice. I can't wait till Godzilla -1 gets an announcement. That's gonna be a great release. Oh, I can't even begin to answer a question like that. First off, there's a lot of channels out there. Like I feel like I'm discovering new ones every day that I've never even heard of. That somebody's like, yeah, check this person out. So yeah, I can't even think about that kind of stuff. One of the worst things you can do on YouTube as a YouTuber is sit around and compare yourself to other people on YouTube because that stuff can get in your head and mess with you really fast. So I really try to not even think about that kind of stuff. um my channel is doing fine and I'm happy. I'm happy with its performance most of the time. So that's fine. Um I don't know. I mean, Spider-Man 2 is a pretty good one. That's hard to say. Maybe. I like Logan a lot. Dirty Harry. Yeah, I don't know why Dirty Harry's not on 4K. That's crazy. All the controversy about Scream Factory version of Carrie. I just bought the Steelbook a couple weeks ago. I doubt the Arrow version is $20 though. No, it was like 35, and it's a UK version. What controversy about Carrie from Scream Factory? It looked great. It was a great 4K. Oh yeah, they looked awesome. They looked awesome, man. Yeah, movie 365 has a great channel. He was actually Adam was on this channel last year around this time. He was on the January roundtable. So if you want to see him on the roundtable, go back and watch the January roundtable from last year. Never forget Criterion released The Rock 1996 on DVD. All right, I'm almost to the end of the chat, so let's get into some stuff. I've got a pickup that I want to show off real quick. This is from Amazon, and I made it over the weekend. Let's see what we got here. It's already opened. Throw this package to the side. I got The Last of the Mohicans on Blu-ray. I've never seen this film. It's got Daniel Day-Lewis in it. What year is this from? I'm trying to. Oh, this is from 1992. So this went down to like 650 on Amazon, and then I got to looking at it, and it's a 20th Century Fox release. So I'm like, you know what? 20th Century Fox, will they put this out on 4K? The likelihood, probably not. So I went and bought the Blu-ray for 650. So now I have this classic Daniel Day-Lewis movie in my collection. So this is directed by Michael Mann as well. So picked up Last of the Mohicans, and wanted to talk about a couple releases real quick. I did watch High Tension on 4K, and I thought this was a really, really. I wasn't anticipating this was going to look great, but this was a really good 4K. It really looked great for what it was. It's a very like dark and gloomy film anyway, so it's not like super bright and colorful. The HDR doesn't really get a ton of chance to shine, but it's I don't know. I thought it was incredibly detailed, and when there is blood in this movie, there's a lot of it, and it looked great. And yeah, I was very happy with this 4K done by Second Sight. I mean, Second Sight always does great work. I was just kind of like, is High Tension going to be a movie that really wows me on 4K? But I honestly was a little bit wowed. I was like, yeah, the movie does look really freaking awesome on 4K. Tons of great features on this. I got through the one with the director, Alexander Aja, and it was a great special feature with him. And there's a bunch of other ones as well that I haven't gotten into yet. But yeah, so far, really happy with this. I got to finish the features though, and I'm not going to do like a full review of this, but I did want to talk about the 4K for a little bit. As far as the movie though, I will say I've seen this once before, and it was back about 5 years ago, and it blew my mind because it's such a violent, gory film, and I think it was one of my first French films that I ever watched. Um, I was like, "Oh my god, this is just vile and disgusting and nasty and mean-spirited," and the twist at the end was like, "Oh my god, this just came out of nowhere." That was incredible. Going back and rewatching this, I still like this movie a lot, but I would have gave this like a 4.5 if I was rating stuff back in 2019 when I watched it. I would have gave it a 4.5. I give it a 4 now just because knowing what happens at the end kind of takes a little bit away from the rest of the movie because you're thinking about like, could all this stuff go down the way that it's going down in the movie? Like, is that realistic? Knowing what you know about, I'm trying to talk about this without spoiling anything, but knowing what you know, the ending of the movie, could some of the stuff that happens during this movie actually happen the way it happens? And I get it. You got to suspend your disbelief a little bit when you're watching this. And you know the ending. You got to be like, I just got to get sucked into this world and not care about all the little things. But I'm like, and some of the stuff does make sense and it does connect, but I just had a couple of issues throughout. But it is a really cool movie. I think it still does hold up. It's just some of the impact of the ending of the movie is diminished when you already know it, which I mean is a lot of movies. The Sixth Sense, it's not the same movie, the second time you watch it. But still a really good movie. I still like it. It's a solid 4 out of a 5. You haven't seen High Tension. It's a great, extremely gory French film, directed by Alexander Aja, who would come direct Hills Have Eyes and Piranha 3D, and recently what was the crocodile movie? Crawl, that came out in the Paramount Scares box set. He did that one as well. So really good director, and this was, I think, among his first movies, one of his first movies. Also watched Funeral Home, and I thought this was okay. This is a first time watch for me. I know it's a Canadian film, and this is from Scream Factory too, by the way. I think this was made in Canada, and I don't believe this had like maybe it had a DVD, but I don't believe it ever had a Blu-ray before. It might not even have DVD. If this might be coming straight from VHS. I thought the movie was okay. to be honest, like, it was a movie that within the first 10 minutes, I felt like I knew the entire movie. I knew what was gonna happen, I knew who was involved, um, and that's exactly what happened. Like, the movie just played out how I thought it would. So, it's a pretty, like, generic slasher film. It's about a girl that goes, living with her grandma, for the summer to help her set up this funeral home, and her grandfather has disappeared. They don't know where he's at, and, she's helping her grandma kinda cope with that while helping her set up the funeral home and clean up the place, and weird stuff starts happening. People start disappearing, and you start to wonder who's at fault here, who's the suspect. So it's kind of like a who done it, but it's a who done it that it's like I know who did it within the first 15 minutes, and the rest of it was just kind of a little generic. So if you were on the fence about this one, I honestly can't recommend it. Now, if it's one that you remember watching and you remember really enjoying, and you just want a shot of nostalgia and to pick this up on Blu-ray for the first time, then go for it. But I just didn't think it was that good for my money. I'm not like sad that I got it or anything, but um it's pretty generic from my point of view. But I am digging the Blu-ray era is back for Scream Factor. Like a lot of people were complaining about the Blu-ray era going away. And it's back. We're getting these special editions now, not collector's editions, special editions. But everybody was complaining about all they're doing is 4K upgrades of the movies they did. Well, now they're doing Blu-rays. They're going back to the basics. They're doing Blu-rays with new features, new commentaries. There's a new commentary on here. There's three brand new special features, or maybe there's four. No, there's new isolated score and selection. Oh, there's two. No, there's three new commentaries on this, I believe. Um, three new commentaries, new secrets and shadows interview with the director of photography. So yeah, you got three new interviews, three new commentaries. So this thing's jam packed. Um, picture quality, I maybe they did the best they could, but this was maybe one of the poorest Blu-rays that I've seen in quite some time. It had this like flickering effect like throughout it. It just kept like the scenes would like flicker back and forth. It would be a bright and vivid 1 second, and it would be super pale, and it would just like flicker back and forth. So it didn't feel like they had the best elements to work with there. So I don't really blame Screen Factory, but it's not a great transfer. Probably looks better than the DVD or the VHS or whatever it had last, but it doesn't look the best. So this is one that I honestly I can't recommend. I'm not mad that I bought it. I'm fine with it in the collection. It's got good features and stuff. Um, but I can't recommend it to you if you were on the fence about it. Funeral home, eh, eh. Um, okay, let me get back in the chat real quick, and then we'll get into my 2024 goals. Well, we'll talk about 2023 first as well. See if you all had anything to say. Heard all the Conans were out of prints. Are they sold out on Arrow's site already? Well, yeah, I hope so. I mean, I only spent um I only spent 650. So if it gets announced for 4K, cool. Cool. Um turn up the brightness. Yeah, I didn't turn up the brightness. I mean, I didn't have any issue with because it is a very dark, dim film. I don't really ever have an issue with that kind of stuff. Um I thought it looked good. I can make everything out fine. It's just a very dark, kind of gloomy film. But yeah, I thought it looked really good. Yeah, I should be getting Masters of the Universe. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, you're gonna get the ads like every 30 minutes. Um, Levels joins you in Dumb by double dipping on Main Streets, the second side Main Streets to join my Criterion 4K. They're both great releases, and they both have like unique features to both of them. So I mean, they're both worth owning. They're both worth owning. Yeah, boring is a good way to describe it. There's a couple of kill sequences that are mildly entertaining and exciting, but it's a snooze fest. It really is. It's not that good. Um, I will pre-order that soon. I didn't figure that was one that was gonna sell out, so I didn't jump on it, but I do want it. I wanna dive more into the French, what do they call them? French extremism? I know there's a word for it, but, I've got Martyrs, so Inside, I need to watch some of those. They're hard movies to get into, though. They're brutal, brutal movies. No, I like the green one. I like the green one. The white one's cool, but I like the green. I like the green aesthetic. All right, so let's we're already at the 10:30 mark, guys. Let's get into my 2023 goals. I've got all these like noted in my phone. I won't be able to bring nothing up on the screen, but bear with me. All right, so I went back. Oh, we got Jake in here. What's up, Jake? I probably will. I can't resist magnets. You know me, Jake, and I cannot resist magnets. But I will be on Jake's channel on Wednesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to be talking about, if I can find it, I don't think I can. Maybe I can. Damn it, where's it at? It was like right here. Oh, here it is. We're going to be talking about brain damage and Arrow Video. So come join us over there at Steelbook Obsessed Wednesday night, 9:30. All right, let me get back into it. So yeah, 2023 goals. I went back to a video I did last February where I was talking about stuff I wanted to get done in 2023. So I'm going to examine that, see how many I got done, accomplished, how many I did. All right, so my first goal that I had, and I had a variety of goals, and I've got a variety of goals tonight. There's channel goals, there's personal goals, there's movie watching goals, there's collection goals, just a variety of goals. And my first one was gain 20,000 subscribers. And I think I was at 15 when I said that, or maybe like a little bit over 15. And I did that. 20,000 subscribers I got to by October. I wanted to get it by my birthday. I think I got it by October the 1st, and my birthday is October the 2nd. So that was a goal that I accomplished. So go me. My second goal was consistent reviews and news, which is pretty much what I do here on this channel. I keep you guys updated and informed on the latest in physical media, and I try to review as many actual discs as I possibly can. And I feel like I did that. I feel like I consistently kept you all up to date on what was coming out, and I did a fair amount of reviews. I try to do at least like 6, 7, 8 reviews a month, somewhere in that range. Dedicated reviews to like one release. The next one is a tough one, and one I keep struggling with. Improve my video quality. And you may be thinking to yourself, Ken, your quality's fine. It is fine, I feel like, but I want to maybe take that next step. Like I've got a webcam right now. It's a 4K webcam, but I'm not streaming in 4K. I don't even know if my computer can handle that. I don't know. I'm not good with the tech stuff. My big thing is all my edited videos are on my phone. I record everything on my phone and put it out. And this is the exact same phone I've been using since the very beginning of the channel. I have not upgraded my phone in 4 years, actually 5. This is the 5th year. I'm in desperate need of an upgrade, and I'm going very soon. So there will be some, I don't know what I'm getting yet. Maybe I'll get an iPhone. I don't know, but I've just had an Android for so long. It's going to be a tough process to learn a new phone and system. But I've heard they're the best, so maybe I'll get that, or maybe I'll just upgrade to the next Galaxy or whatever. I don't know. But it will be an upgrade, and you'll see some kind of an uptick in video quality just from that if I continue to operate on my phone. But not just that, but but tighter editing, better tools. I need better tools. I'm still using the same editing tool that I've used since the beginning, and it's fine. It does the trick, but I'd like to learn some new stuff, I guess. Even if I don't like it and it doesn't work for me, at least I tried it. So I do want to still strive to improve video quality. We'll talk about that when I get into 2024 goals since I failed this one, but I failed that one in my eyes. So I failed that one in my eyes. Um, More collaborative streams was one. And, I did the monthly roundtables. I haven't done one in a while now. I do want to get back to doing those at some point. Um, but I didn't, I did like 15 episodes of World's Biggest Collectors, which was more than I did the previous year. But it was way less than what I wanted to do. I wanted to do like 30 or 40, and I only did 15. So that to me was a failure. Even though I did the collaborative stuff, but I wanted to do so much more, and I just didn't have the time to do it. So I failed that in my mind. Um, let's see. Bring back my World's Biggest Collector show. I did that, even though I only did 15. I wanted to do more, but I still did it. Go deeper into, I guess we're getting more into like my movie goals. Go deeper into genres and labels. And I put a check next to this because I feel like I did go a little deeper into different genres and labels in 2023. The big one was Vinegar Syndrome. Like I had maybe watched 4 or 5 or 6 Vinegar Syndrome releases before 2023, and now I've probably seen like 30 to 40. So I feel like I dove into that label a little bit more. I definitely feel like I watched some more Kinos this past year, more Criterion, Scream Factor, and Arrow. I've never had a problem with. I try to watch as many of those as I can. Severin, I got a couple Severin releases, and Radiance I dove into and watched about 4 or 5 of those. So I did try to broaden my horizons a little bit and go into different genres. I like Italian films. I know I like Italian films. So I like to check those out as much as I can. I watched, 8 spaghetti westerns this year with those 2 box sets. Really enjoyed those. Couple more Giallo films I watched this year. So I think I broadened my horizons a little bit. Maybe not as much as I should, but I'm trying. I watched 340 movies last year. It's hard to keep up with everything, but I try. Um, so I put a check next to that. I feel like I passed that one okay. Let's see. Oh, Visual Vengeance. I see Whirling talked about Visual Vengeance. Yeah, I watched 2 Visual Vengeance releases. So um there's that. Watch 10 films. This was a big one that I couldn't even believe when I looked back on it that actually said, but watch 10 films from every decade, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. So this is a 50 film commitment. I didn't even attempt to do this. I didn't even track this throughout the year, but I went back on my letterbox to look, and I had a good chunk from each decade, but I didn't quite have 10 from each decade. I think I may have had like 5 in the 30s just from like watching new releases that came out. I had maybe the 50s were covered, the 60s may have been covered, 70s maybe. But the 40s and 30s I didn't get quite to 10. So that was a failure. Didn't get that. Um Reorganize and get rid of stuff. I got a lot of stuff in the collection, and my goal was to reorganize. And I even went so far to take 250 Blu-rays out of my collection, box them up, um, and I never got rid of them. They're still in a box in the closet over there. I never got rid of them. Um, so will I? I don't know at this point. I have trouble parting with things. I did get rid of some stuff. I got rid of some stuff. I sold some stuff off to people that reached out to me on Instagram. But there's a big box of maybe like 200 Blu-rays that are still sitting in the closet over there. I haven't got rid of. So I need to do a massive reorganization. I reorganized last year, so I partly did it, but I need to get rid of some stuff. And I'm terrible at shipping things, and I don't like to deal with the hassle of packing stuff up and shipping it. And, if I'm selling Blu-rays, like somebody's like, I want that Blu-ray, I want that Blu-ray, I want that Blu-ray. It's going to take me, unless somebody just takes the whole thing, the whole lot, and pays me like a flat amount, like gives me $100 for 250 Blu-rays or something. I don't know. I haven't priced everything. Unless that happens, I don't see myself like I'd rather just take them to damn half price books and have them price it. And if I only get $30 back, I only get $30 back. But I would rather not. Um, sorry, I was reading something. Yeah, Chuck, calm down. Who doesn't want a 4K of Encino Man? Get out of here if you don't want a 4K of Encino Man. Get out of here. Um, but anyway, I just can't deal with the hassle, because shipping's expensive. It's like $4 or $5 now. So what am I going to sell a Blu-ray for $4, $5 shipping? It doesn't seem worth it to me. So I'd rather just get rid of it all in one haul. But we'll get into that again when I talk about my goals for this year. Budgeting and spending was a goal, and there's a big old red X through that. I didn't accomplish that. I did not accomplish that, I would say. I spent way more than I should have or wanted to in 2024. Read 2 books. I couldn't even get that done. I wanted to read more. I didn't do that. Big X. I don't even think I read a paragraph. Don't even think I read a paragraph. I wanted to play some video games, 5 video games to completion. And I damn sure didn't do that. I don't even think I played a game last year, like at all. I don't think I played anything. So yeah, that was definitely a failure. Let's see. Work on physical and mental health. My mental health's generally okay. Physical health, not so much. I'm tired all the time. I just don't feel great. I'm always hurting. I need more exercise. I need to lose a few pounds. And I didn't do that last year. So there was a big X through that. But I'll try again. We'll try again this year. And more family time was definitely one. This one I feel like the first half of the year I accomplished this pretty well. We did a lot of stuff in the early part of the year that I feel like we kind of fell off. There were some things that happened in the last half of the year that other factors that kind of led to it, but I feel like I put a check on this one because I feel like I accomplished it somewhat. Let's see. Do you even read the books it comes to? I browse the books, but I can't say that I read them to completion. But I have found myself reading a good portion of the books that I'm getting in sometimes. But okay, so out of all those 13 goals, I only accomplished 5. 5 goals. And right? Yeah, just 5. Just 5 goals in 2023. Comic books. Yeah, that would get me through quickly. No, I wanted to read some Stephen King books. I wanted to read Carrie, Pet Cemetery. I used to read a lot of Stephen King when I was a kid, but there's some that I haven't read yet. I haven't read Carrie and I haven't read Pet Cemetery. I read all his like monster books when I was a kid. Like I read The Stand, I read It. Like I've read all those. The Dark Tower series I read. At least up until like 6, I think. But yeah. It's hard, guys. I'm trying to watch as many movies as I can and filming and editing content and doing live streams like this and family. I don't have the time. I don't have the time. But I feel like there's things that are time wasters in life that if I could somehow cut those out, maybe I would have more time to do other stuff. Time management, I'm decent at, but I don't feel like I'm the best at. Um, I don't know if they're going to do that or not, Patrick. I don't know. They may. Paramount's usually pretty good about that kind of stuff. I think they did the Event Horizon Steelbook recently. When producing movie-related content, it's difficult to branch out and do anything else but watch movies in your free time. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, especially when you're wanting to cover and watch as much as you can, and the rate we're buying and getting stuff, it's yeah, gets difficult. Gets difficult. All right, so 2023 goals, pretty much a failure, I would say. Let's move on to my 2024 goals, and come back on watching sports this year. Well, I mean, if do you love sports? If you love it, then that's what you have to ask yourself at the end of the day. Yeah, the tough thing about me and editing is I do a lot of editing on the go. I don't have a lot of time to sit down here on the computer and edit my stuff. So being able to edit on this phone is the only way I'm able to do the amount of content I am able to, or I do. If I were confined to the computer, you would see maybe 2 videos a week, which maybe that's a good thing. We could talk about that later, but maybe that is a direction I should go with the channel. Maybe I should tone down the amount of videos I put out, focus on quality. I think about that all the time. Put out a couple of just awesome banging videos, 2 every week instead of 7 perfectly adequate videos. Uh, you know, um, I don't know. I think about this stuff a lot, and but do I want to put that amount of time into it? I struggle with that as well because it's a very. I mean, it takes me a lot of time to edit on my phone too, but at the same time, like I'm doing other stuff. Like I can walk around the house and edit. I've edited videos while I'm walking my dog around the neighborhood. Like I've had it in like one hand while I'm got the leash in the other. I edit whenever I can, like any second that I can. The hardest part is just shooting the stuff because I have to be down here to do it. Um, all right. 2024 goals. I've got some channel goals. This first one's a subscriber goal. And I debated on even having a subscriber goal because to be honest, like the more and more subscribers I gain, the more I feel like subscribers don't matter. Or not that you all don't matter, the people that subscribe don't matter. I'm not saying that. But the amount of subscribers you have doesn't necessarily reflect in the views. I feel like I'm getting the exact same views I'm getting now that I was back when I had 10,000 subscribers. So I don't feel like that necessarily translates to getting more views, to getting more people in live streams, stuff like that. I mean, I see growth in some areas, some videos, and then some I don't. Um, so it's like, what's the point of having the most subscribers I can have if there's no translation to the amount of views I get, or I'm not seeing it in other areas. It almost feels like the more you get, the less you get promoted in some ways. Um, but it is kind of a status thing, and it is something that all YouTubers strive to gain more subscribers and more notoriety in the communities that they operate in, and that kind of a thing. And I do want to keep pushing towards goals and stuff like that. And I think that's the ultimate channel goal, right? Is your subscriber count. I, but I did struggle with this because last year my goal was 20, and at the end of the year I was at 22, or so, almost to 22. So I surpassed it. So now where do I go? I'm at 22 300 right now. Do I say it's 25? Because that seems like I'm aiming too low. Or do I just pick some number in the middle, like 27, 28? But honestly, I'm just like, you know what? Let's just do 30. Let's make that my goal, and I'll figure out a way to accomplish that. So 30,000 subscribers is my goal. And if I don't accomplish it, I don't accomplish it. Um, but that's the goal, and I'm going to do what I can to make that happen. 30,000 subscribers, and will that mean anything in the long run? I don't know. But that's the goal. Um, the next goal for the channel is improve quality. I need new cameras. I need better lighting. My lighting kind of stinks, and that's kind of the way I set this up. I changed the layout of my office like last year, and I'm just over it. I want to get back to where my desk is over there and you can kind of see a more full picture of the room again, like it used to be. And I need to get more lights and make it a more legit setup. So, um, I'm going to work on that. Tighter editing. I think about my video length a lot. I know that a lot of you like the videos the way they are. I just kind of get on and I ramble about physical media for like 25 to 30 minutes. But is that the best for the channel? Do most people like that? Because I can see the analytics and stuff. And if they're not getting at least a 50% watch time, then, most people aren't watching the video. Or maybe they are, but they're watching it in bites, because I think a view counts as whenever you click on it and then exit out. Um, so maybe you are watching it all, but you're just watching it in like 10 to 15-minute increments. So do I need to shorten stuff down? Maybe I can have my long form stuff and I can have my short form stuff. Some weeks it's like they're all long, but I do think about that kind of stuff and I get comments about that all the time. I got a comment from a guy the other day. And a lot of people jump to my defense in the comment section, and I really appreciate that. I do. But also, I do take that into consideration when I get comments like that because he was just like, we don't feel like watching 46-minute long videos. Make your videos shorter, Can. And I'm like, I wanted to say, you know what? This is my channel and this is what the video is. If you don't like it, don't watch or don't subscribe. But I'm like, is that the right attitude to have? Do I need to take a hard look at some things? Maybe try to make my videos a little bit shorter, make them a little bit more accessible um, for people. And yeah, Sammy's writing right there. 10 minutes is sweet. I've thought about that for sure. Like if I'm doing a haul video, I think it's appropriate to have 20 to 25 minutes, especially if I've got a lot of stuff to talk about, 30 minutes maybe. But a review, I'm just talking about one release, maybe try to get that thing a little shorter. And I tend to ramble a lot because I don't script my videos. I did like a year or so ago. I scripted a lot of my reviews, but here in the last year, like I don't script anything. Like I just turn the camera on and I just go. And I mess up a lot, but I just say whatever I want to say and I try to talk about and cover everything. And then anything I mess up, I try to fix in post editing. So, but yeah, 10 minutes is probably the sweet spot for reviews. I feel like if I scripted stuff and I knew exactly the stuff that I wanted to hit, I could get that done. Um, but part of the problem is I do like talking about the movie, and sometimes if I really love the movie, like the Conan movies I like to talk about them for a little bit. Um, Youth of Truth, let me get the super chat real quick. Weekly donation here. I'll be checking this out tomorrow at work. By the way, I'm working on collecting all the Arrow Steelbooks. I'll keep you updated throughout the year. Well, damn, man, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And that's definitely a good goal to have. Arrow's got a lot of cool Steelbooks. A lot of cool Steelbooks for sure. But yeah, getting back to that, making the videos just a little tighter, a little better edited, not so much rambling on the reviews. I'm okay to ramble on like haul videos and stuff like that. But it is stuff I think about. All right, so next one, and this is one I've been thinking about for a long time, and it's like, do I really want to do something like this? Is this really for me? But I do want to try to implement some kind of like memberships, Patreon, whatever. I'd have to learn what the hell Patreon is because I hear people talking about it, but I've never even been on there. I don't even know what it is. I don't even know how it works. Um, just for people that do want to maybe go that extra mile, support the channel in that way. Um, for the work that I do and the time that I put in and I definitely buy a lot more stuff than I would. And also there are a lot of upgrades and quality upgrades I do want to make. So that money could come in handy. Um, and it would allow me to, I feel like, take the reins off in some areas and be able to, um, do more experimental type videos and maybe make those like Patreon exclusive. Do stuff that I just don't think would work on the channel. And if I put it up on the channel, it would get like, maybe 800 and 900 views. I could make that like a Patreon exclusive. I could do just random like thrifting hunts and stuff and make that exclusive. But I've always wanted to, if I do this, if I do provide exclusive content and put it behind a paywall, I want to make sure that I am both providing value for the people that actually pay, but also at the same time not taking away from the people that don't pay. I don't want this channel to suffer because I got a Patreon now. I don't want it to feel that way. So it's a balance that I'm gonna have to strike. But I do want to try to implement that at some point this year when I learn a little bit more about it. I think it's time. All right. And I can tell an ad hit because every time an ad hits, the chat drops. I don't know how to get rid of the ads during the stream. I really don't. YouTube sucks sometimes. All right. Next one, I got more collaborations. I got the same thing again. Yeah, I do want to do. I've got a collaboration lined up this week. Well, I'm doing a show with Jake on his channel, but talking about this channel specifically, I got somebody I'm doing an interview talking about the state of physical media in 2024 this week, and I'm going to put that video out probably sometime this weekend, I would say. So definitely look forward to that. But I definitely want to do more collaborations, more one-on-one conversations, kind of like World's Biggest Collectors, but maybe not tied to just that. To just have like different themed conversations with other collectors and people in the movie and collecting space. So yeah, definitely want to try to do that again. That's another goal. Also implementing like new segments. I feel like in 2023, I feel like in 2021, 2022, I was like coming up with new ideas and doing different stuff. And I feel like in 2023, I really just I feel like I was on autopilot. I just felt like I was coasting on everything I'd already created before. And I didn't try to push and do anything different. Um, and that's a tough spot to be in when you consider yourself a creative person and you're like, well, I'm just on autopilot. I'm just doing the same stuff. And it could put you in a bad place sometimes. And I feel like it has in some ways. There's some days I wake up and I'm just like, I'm just burnt out. I just feel like I'm doing the same damn thing over and over again. And I'm just burnt out. I just don't know how long I can do it anymore. Whereas I didn't feel this way in 2021 and 2022. Maybe that's just doing videos every single day for like 4 years now. It's catching up with me. Maybe that's it. Or maybe it's because I'm not pushing myself to shook the computer, sorry. To get out of my comfort zone and do different things like I was 2 years ago. I'm just kind of coasting and doing the same type of stuff, doing what works because you can fall into that trap very easily. I do a video, it gets 1,500 views. I do a video, it gets 5 to 6,000 views. Oh, well, let's do more of that because that's what people want to see. So I'll fall into that trap a lot. When it's you do want to pay attention to what people are watching, what people aren't watching, but at the same time, you gotta still try things and don't be afraid to try things. So that's definitely something I want to do. Different segments. I got a few ideas. I just haven't figured out how to implement them. But all right, that's the channel goals. And we got Born to Be Rad in here. What's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, but I put it on myself. I put it on myself. It's my fault. I can never go back to YouTube with ads after having premium. I hate ads. I have premium right now too. I got the 30-day free trial and I thought I canceled it, but I didn't because I'm not the type of person that just wants to pay for a lot of extra stuff. I thought I canceled it, but now I got it and they charged me again. So, all right, let me get into my movie watching goals. So I got a variety of movie watching goals, some things I want to do. accomplish? And these are some pretty good ones. One of them I don't think I'm going to be able to get done, but I'm really going to push to do it. But the first one is, and some of these will just kind of run into each other and overlap, but the first one is complete 3 director filmographies. I don't feel like there's a lot of directors that I've completed their entire filmography and watched every single movie they've ever done. So I want to, I mean, there's a few. Like I've seen every Kevin Smith movie, I've seen every Quentin Tarantino movie. If it's like a recent director that's only done like 3 or 4, I don't really think that counts. Somebody that's been going for a long time, you know. But I want to complete 3 filmographies. Who are those directors? I don't know yet. I know one of them is probably going to be Brian De Palma, because I've really gotten into him over the past year. So I want to do a complete filmography watch of Brian De Palma films. One may be William Friedkin as well, because I got into watching more of his movies this year. I'm not going to do Hitchcock because there's like still 40 to 50 movies of his I haven't watched probably. Nobody with that. I thought about Spielberg. I really did think about Spielberg because I always say Spielberg's one of my favorite directors, but there's probably 15 or 20 of his movies I haven't seen. I've seen all the big ones, but there's still so many of his I haven't seen. Or maybe I just haven't seen him in a long time. So that would be one maybe I'd want to tackle. I think maybe I'd have like 15 movies to watch of his or something. Scorsese, I've watched a good chunk of Scorsese. I think maybe I've got like 15 of his movies to clean him up and finish all his movies. But yeah, I regardless, I want to do 3 filmmakers, watch every single one of their movies. That is a goal that I have. This next goal is the one that I just I don't know if I'm going to be able to accomplish this or not, but I want to be 75% watched on my Kino Lorber releases, my Criterion releases, and my Vinegar Syndrome releases in my collection, which means of the ones that I own and of the ones that I will own at the end of this year, I want to have at least watch 75% of them, which right now on all of them, I'd say on Criterion and Kino, I might be like 30% watched on those. Vinegar Syndrome, I feel like it's maybe 50 because I watched quite a few of those this past year. But I do want to get up to at least 75% watched on those. Arrow and Scream, I feel like I'm about 75% on those. I actually did a video on Scream, and I am like 75 to 80% watched on my Scream Factory titles. But yeah, 75% watched on Criterion, Kino Lorber, and Vinegar Syndrome releases because those are a part of the big 5, and I have more of those releases in my collection than I do anything else. And there's a lot of those I haven't watched yet. So I want to try to dive into those. Kino is probably going to be a really tough one because I'm looking at the shelf and I got a lot of Kinos, and there's a lot more sales coming in this year that I'm sure I'll continue to stock up on. And one goal I got this year is I've got wrote down watch 20 more Italian Westerns because I love that genre. I love the spaghetti Westerns. But really, I would be happy if I just watched 20 more Westerns because I really want to dig deeper into that genre and become more knowledgeable in it. Because I truly love it. Like I love the Italian Westerns, but I also love Westerns as well. Like when I did my Western month, like that was the funnest thing I've ever done on this channel. I think like I love that entire month of getting to discover all these different like Westerns that I never watched before. And that was such a blind spot for me as a genre. And I got everybody was really excited about it. And I got so many great recommendations. And it was just so fun to like dive into the Man with No Name trilogy. And I watched Unforgiven for the first time, and that was incredible. Once Upon a Time in the West was incredible. I watched The Wild Bunch for the first time, which was awesome. And just a lot of bangers in that month. And Shane, I watched for the first time, which was incredible. So I want to watch more Westerns this year. So I put, and I could tie that into, watching my Vinegar Syndrome because I've got spaghetti Westerns in there. I've got spaghetti Westerns with Arrow. And I'm sure I could tie some of this stuff in from other categories. And my last one is I've really become, I don't want to say obsessed, but just kind of infatuated with this year. I did a month in 2022 of this year, but every time I watch a movie from this year, I just get more and more fascinated by it because there's so much depth in this year. But I want to watch 30 more movies from 1984, which I consider to be quite possibly the best year for film ever. Um, I think there's a good argument to be made there if you actually look at what came out in 1984 and the variety of films that came out in 1984. So, and there's still so many movies I haven't watched from that year. Some big ones, and I've watched a lot. Um, I've probably seen at least 40 to 45 movies from that year, maybe 50. Um, but there's a lot more to watch. So I want to watch 30 more movies from 1984, and there will be a point to that at some point. I've got this idea, this vision in my head of a video I would like to do based on that. And I love like diving into specific years, and you can tell a lot about what was going on in the worlds, what was going on in the film landscape, these certain actors that you see pop up in all these different movies around the same time. You can just learn a lot about that time period for movie making if you watch a bunch of movies from like a specific year, even if they're all different genres. Um, so those are my movie watching goals. And as far as collection goals, reorganizing is a big one, and I'm hoping to start that soon. I got my new shelf in. Um, I'm hoping to make this room just look completely different over the over the course of the next 2 or 3 months. It's going to take a while. I got a lot of stuff in my closet over there. Stuff I get from subscribers. Like I've gotten so much. Like people, and I'm definitely grateful. It's always very generous, but some people will send me like 50 Blu-rays or DVDs sometimes, and I don't know where to put it. I just don't have any room out here, so I put it in the closet. So when I can't even open the damn door to get in the closet anymore. There's boxes everywhere, so I have to dig in there, get all that stuff out. I've got tons of DVDs on a shelf in there, so I got to organize that better. I've got at least 100 VHS tapes in there. I got to organize that better, and just really try to bring all that stuff out here and just fold it into the collection. And then figure out what I want to get rid of. So that's a big goal for sure. Get rid of stuff. That was my next one. Get rid of something. I need to get rid of something, even if it's just like 10 Blu-rays. I need to get something out of here because I've got multiple copies of stuff and it's getting ridiculous. We got James here. What's up, James? Hey, Ken and everybody. What's up? Love the complete director filmography. Gold De Palma would be a good one to include in that for sure. Yeah, I think so. Also, I think so. Also, he's definitely one. I don't know who the other two are yet, but he's one. Um, let's see. Oh, another one for collection goal is protecting the collection. I will be buying some of those Malco protectors pretty soon to put on. I've got a couple of them on my Aero box sets already, but yeah, I want to collect. I don't need protectors over like my Blu-rays or even my 4Ks. I don't care about that. But my steelbooks and my box sets, I do want to get protectors to put over all them. So I have to figure out how many I need and then order those off of Amazon or something. So that's something I definitely want to get done this year. And the last one, as far as a collection goal, is to budget and spend better. Wait for sales and don't let the FOMO take over, which can be easier said than done. But yeah, I'm really trying to scale back, but it gets hard, especially it's easy to say right now because we're not getting a ton of stuff announced. But once I get later on in the year and they're just announcing all this crap left and right, it's gonna be hard. But I really need to. I'm not doing the audits anymore, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna spend recklessly and just really go crazy. If anything, I feel like that might make me better to not have the audits because sometimes I might spend a little more because I want them to be interesting. Uh, I've been in a situation like that before. Not always. Sometimes I spend way more than I want to, and I'm like, oh shit. Um, but there's been situations where I'm like, I haven't spent that much this month. Let me get a couple more things. Um, so I'm gonna really try to rein it in, even though you're not gonna see it. I'm not gonna talk about what I'm spending and stuff. I really want to try to rein in my spending a little bit for sure. I think that's always a goal that we have, going into the next year. I think start off small. I just want to spend less than I spent last year, you know, and I'll try to add all this stuff up myself. And then maybe next year when I do something like this, I can bring that total. Be like, yes, I spent $8,400 this year and I spent 87 last year. So technically I spent less. So, um, but I want to spend way more than that, way less than that, 7,000, 6,000, something less. I want to be drastically under the 8,700 total that I had this year. But again, easier said than done, right? Um, let's see. So that's the collection goals. And personal goals, I mean, it's just getting in shape, focus on my health, my physical fitness. I used to be into that crap like before the pandemic. I was going to the gym like 3 or 4 times a week. I was running and it's like that happened and then I started the channel and I just forgot all about it. It didn't become a priority anymore. Eat better, more time with the family. I'm not even going to put video games on here this time, but I am going to put read 2 books. I still want to read 2 books this year. But yeah, I need to get in shape, need to eat better. That's always a goal everybody has at the beginning of the year, right? And then you just kind of fall off. But I'm trying not to fall off this year. Um, keep it up. You just have to change your habits, change the way that you do things and really commit to it. I mean, that's what it's all about. If you don't commit to it, then it's all for nothing. It could fall apart very quickly. All right, so that's all my goals. What do you guys think of them? Let me know in the chat, in the comments section if you're watching on the replay, and I'll get into the chat for a little bit longer, and then I'll go ahead and get the heck out of here. Let's see. Oh, love watching me ramble. Some people do. Some people tell me, they say, don't change a thing, Ken. Don't change a thing. And the way I see it, I was like, that's a good thing, because I like to ramble. And, sometimes I'm like, well, is what I have, isn't that good enough? That I have people that like me to talk and ramble about movies and I love collecting and I love talking about collecting. Do I have to grow? Do I have to get to some like monumental status on here? Am I that guy to do that? Or am I just fine being the mid-level guy on YouTube that just sits here and talks about movies and physical media? But part of me wants more for myself, as we all do, and wants more for the channel and realizes what he's done already and wants to take that to the next level. I'm somebody that likes to have goals and achieve those goals and to move up that ladder and figure out ways to improve and get better. Let's see. Take as long as it takes. Maybe just get on topic faster at the beginning. Yeah, that's always tough. That's always tough. Mustache. Everybody's freaking out about the mustache. I must ask you a question. Um. Oh yeah, that was a little short I did the other day. Yeah, I definitely need to try to do more shorts this year for sure. Definitely need to try to do that. Oh, thank you. Ty West, what's that? 5 movies? I think I've seen most of Ty West stuff except for House of the Devil. I think that's one I haven't seen. I have that one though. The update on The Hitcher, they due to some kind of licensing agreement, like I think they have to wait a certain time to release it. It's not that they're having trouble like getting it done. I think it's probably ready to go. But they have to wait, I think, until a couple other places release it. Like maybe Umbrella's included in that because they're putting The Hitcher out. I don't know exactly. I know it's coming. It'll probably come this year for sure, but it'll probably, I'd say, be in the later half of the year. I think it'll be in the second half instead of the first half. I could be wrong. but maybe it gets announced for April. But I see it maybe being a September, October release, maybe. Currently watching all Michael Gondry and George A. Romero's filmography. Love seeing how director changes their directing style over time. Yeah, that's always really cool to check out. You go from beginning to end, for sure. I'm kind of at the point where I'm selling some titles off. If I will never watch them again, really. Never watch them again. Really thinking about what to buy and skip from now on. Got to save money and shelf space. Yeah, it does get hard when you get a lot. It does get hard when you get a lot. Um, a couple of years ago, I was like, "Give me all of it," just let's do it. I just wanted to grow the collection. I think we all go through, moments where we just don't care. We just want it all, and then we're like, "Hold on a second, what am I collecting all this stuff for? I'm not going to watch half this shit again. So why do I even need it?" But for me, it's always like I just want the option. I want it there because maybe I will want to watch it again. And I don't know what I'm going to want to watch again in 20 years, you know, but that's not always the right mindset to have, you know, not always the right mindset to have. But yeah, we all go through different, and I think that's okay. I think it's okay to change your thought process on how you collect and your collection as you go, and have moments where you want to get rid of stuff and you want to scale back on collecting, and have moments where you ramp things up, and that could always reflect your station in life and where you're at and what's going on, and you know for sure. What's up, Scott? Trinity Westerns, Kim Ji Woon films would be a fun watch. I watched the Audie Murray Kino Lorber collection, first Western in my collection. Now I'm over 110 Western TV series. Can't get enough. Nice. It's good stuff, man. Yeah, I know, right? The garage sale. Yeah, yeah. Oh, really? Yeah, maybe that's another one that came out. Yeah, and I looked online and they're like, if you want 25 of them, I think it's like $20 or something. Like, it's not a terrible price, but at the same time, um, it could get pretty pricey if I need like, 150 or 200 of them or something. Cause I want to do my steel books too. And they have special protectors for the steel books, different ones than the big box sets. And my steel books is going to be a little bit harder because I probably got, I don't know, how many steel books I got. At least 150 steel books, I'd say. Nice, nice, nice. That was a good set. It doesn't. It doesn't. I noticed that January was a little bit, but it really ramped up the past couple of weeks. But yeah, January is definitely lighter on new 4K releases. New steelbooks too. I mean, there was only two steelbooks that released this entire month. You got the Raid and you got the Silent Night steelbook that just came out. Now there's a lot more coming in February and March, and I think part of that has to do with the writer's strike, and a lot of movies got delayed because a lot of these gaps would be filled in with like new studio movies coming out with a bunch of exclusives. I feel like we're still getting around the same amount of titles that we would be getting from the boutique labels. I don't really feel like any of them are really slacking off at all. Vinegar Syndrome put out a good amount of stuff this month, a really good amount. Scream Factory put out a bunch of Blu-rays, no 4Ks, but a bunch of new Blu-ray titles. Arrow did a bunch of stuff this month. Conan, the I can't even remember what the damn thing's called. The Carry 4K, and then there was another one, War. Um, and then Criterion had a great month in January. So I mean, the boutiques are still putting stuff out. I think the studios dialed it back a little bit in the first couple months of this year. Which, to be honest, if things are going the way that we think they're going, is that's going to be what carries us into the future of physical media, right? It's going to be the boutique labels. So we could be seeing months where we're 75% boutique releases and 25% studio, where that may have been flipped, 5 years ago. March definitely picks things up. Yeah. This gave me the idea for a movies to watch goal to only watch films at home that I've never seen before. Yeah, yeah, definitely. That's what I was gonna put that on there. I was gonna be like 90% of the movies I watch, I want to be first time watches. I think that's pretty much what I do anyway. I haven't really been rewatching a ton of movies the past couple of years because I'm trying to watch as many movies as I can for the first time. Not right now. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe somewhere down the line. Um, I don't know. I mean, if the demand isn't there, then yeah, eventually they're gonna print less copies, you know? It just depends on where the demand goes in the next couple of years. Yep. I have seen Last Train from Gun Hill. I watched that during Western Month. That's a great movie. I've got that from the Paramount Presents down there somewhere. That was a good movie. The Shoot isn't that coming up from Arrow soon? From what I'm seeing in YouTube Studio, click create, go live from the top, click edit. Monetization, you show how to choose your settings from the ads. No, I know where to choose the settings. It's just this is the best option that I can see every 30 minutes. Like that's the best option I can see. The other ones are like, we'll put them in whenever we want to. And I don't know what that means because I've done that before and people are acting like they come up like every 10 minutes. So I feel like every 30 minutes is like the best option I have. Oh, Amir with the super chat. Sorry, I missed this. Thank you so much, man. After I watch a film, if I know that I'll never watch it again, I'm pretty good about signing it off. Has greatly helped me curate my collection. Yeah, and some people are just, I guess, more just know themselves better, I guess, and are just more decisive and can just be like, I know I'll never watch this again. And you know that 100%. I don't ever feel that way. If I get done watching a movie, even if I don't like it, there's a possibility maybe I'll watch it again down the line. So I want it in the collection just in case. And also, like a lot of it has to do with the nature of what I do on the channel. And I like having multiple editions and stuff to show off. Like if I do you know, some kind of like Blu-ray collection video, or if I'm trying to compare different Blu-rays to new 4Ks or something, I like having all these different options to go to. So part of it is because of the channel for sure. Um, oh, thank you, LA. I apologize, but hopefully, you let me know when the baby's born, and we'll send something out. Well, thank you, Scott. Makes me think what I need to do with my collection. I want it because I have all the other 3, and I think the movies in there are good, but Amazon has it at, like, 200 and something right now, and I'm just not paying that. I'm not paying that, so I'm waiting till that price drops a little bit. So maybe it'll sell out before I get the opportunity to get it, but I'm not buying it at 200. The thing's gonna have to get down to, like, 150 at least for me to get it. I regret getting rid of all my DVDs in 2016. I got rid of all of them because I was gonna go digital, and I quickly turned around on that and then started collecting Blu-rays. But yeah, I had like at least probably like 700 to 800 DVDs that I've been collecting from probably like age 14 or 15 to 30, and I sold them all off. Yep, I got all the links down below, B-ball. You saying there's a Conan game? There's probably a Conan game out there. What's up, what's up, Kenneth? Hope your weekend is going well. Who was your first celebrity crush? Mine was Leah Thompson in Back to the Future, and I always prefer physical media over streaming any day of the week. I don't know. It's tough to remember. I feel like it was. I feel like it was. If we're talking like when I was a kid, I feel like it was Christina Ricci, like Casper. I feel like it was that. If we're going all the way back to when I was like 10 or 11, so I'll say her. I'll say her. Um, I heard studios are going to be releasing their Blu-ray, DVD new releases on every other week type of schedule starting in February. I have heard that. I guess I'll have to look at the release calendar. Let's look at the release calendar real quick. I've heard that, but I don't. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying that I was wondering if that was going to apply to like boutique labels too, or is it just studios, or what's going on? You say it's starting February. Oh, Funeral Home got delayed. It looks like. So this is February. We got no studio titles coming out in February. And then February the 13th, we got studio titles. And then February the 20th, we got studio titles. With Beverly Hills Cop. And then February 27th, we got studio titles. So is it starting in February or is it starting in March? Or are they going to push some of these maybe? Or did you say the end of March? So yeah, I don't know. I just I hear that, but I'm still seeing a release schedule that reflects 4 weeks. Or yeah, 4 weeks. When I move into March, studio releases on March the 5th. Studio releases on March the 12th. Um, no studio releases on March 19th, but they may have not got that far yet. And we got studio releases on March the 26th. So, unless they move these dates, like that can't be right, right? See, when I first heard that, I thought that that would just apply to the stores. I thought they were saying that the stores just weren't going to restock until every other week, and it wasn't going to like be online too. Like you can still get your stuff every week online. That's what I thought it meant. But now people are saying that the actual studio release dates are going to be every other week. So our boutique's going to follow that, and then we'll just go to every other week. I mean, it just seems kind of shitty to me, but I know some people are like, well, it give me time to save up, and that just works better for me to not have stuff I want to get every week. To me, that just makes physical media less exciting, you know, and it signifies the downfall of of the media. I mean, honestly, like you're telling me that you're going to release it less often. I don't see the weeks being bigger, so I think that that's going to lead to less releases. I don't know. That's just what I think. Um, I don't think that's a good thing if that does happen. I think that's another nail in the coffin. Not that I think physical media is dying anytime soon. Obviously, boutique labels are doing great, and we're getting tons of great stuff. I mean, look, that we could get to a spot where it's like Vinegar Syndrome releases all their stuff at the end of the month. Scream Factory releases all their stuff in the middle of the month. Criterion releases all their stuff at the beginning. Like maybe there will be like specific spots in the month where all these labels release their stuff, and maybe they won't be tied to like a Tuesday or something. We could get to a spot like that because also like if we're gonna get to where it's only like boutique labels left, um, and the studios just aren't doing as much anymore, except for releasing every other Tuesday, apparently. Um, we all pre-order this stuff, and like Screen Factory ships their stuff out like 2 weeks early, and Arrow ships their stuff early. We're all getting this stuff early anyway. So does release dates even mean anything anymore if it's just the boutique labels? Like we're just ordering it. This comes out in April. Okay, we'll get it sometime in April. You don't know when you're going to get it. You're just going to get it first, second week in April. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, it's I saw some people reacting to it, and honestly, it's concerned me a little bit because people act like they were happy about it. I'm like, this isn't. This is like Best Buy going away. That's not a good thing. Like, how are you all taking all these like hits to physical media as a positive? I don't get that. I don't get that. To me, it's all terrible news. Anytime you're talking about the diminishing of like physical media and giving us less of it and less dates of release, I just view it as a negative. That's just me though. Um, but yeah, I haven't. I'm not saying that's not true. I just don't understand like when it's going to happen and when it's going to be implemented. Uh, just kind of wild to be so invested in collecting. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Well, I mean, that's why I'm so invested, I think, and that's why I'm so into this because I'm so like right now I'm just in the discovery phase where I'm just seeing all these movies for the first time and I'm discovering them through physical media and these awesome releases. And a lot of them I'm really enjoying and loving and just seeing in a different way. Um so I've always like collected movies. I've talked about this before. I've always collected movies, but most of the time it's just movies that I've seen before in the theater and I loved and I bought them on DVD because I loved them. And that's how I built up my DVD collection. This new phase of collecting, it's almost all I'm buying stuff that I love too, and we're still getting 4Ks of stuff that I've loved since I was a kid. But there's a lot of movies that I haven't seen and I'm discovering for the first time through collecting, and I'm having a ball doing it. So, yeah. I don't think that you have to have seen every single movie ever made to collect movies. So I reject that notion. And I also reject the notion that you have to see every single movie ever made to get on the internet and talk about movies as well. Because some people will say that. How are you talking about movies on the internet when you haven't seen this, and this, and this, and this, and this? These are 10 poles of cinema. No, I can I discover these films when I discover them. I watch them when I watch them. You know, it's about the journey for me. And I've seen a lot of stuff. It's just you think you've seen a lot and then you get on here and you get in this world of like people that are just super into this stuff and they've been in it for forever and you realize that damn I haven't seen shit. I got to catch up. You know? But anyway, I'm trying to catch up. All right, let me catch up on this chat real quick. I've been going for way longer than I wanted to. I use a microfiber cloth. Tent pole of cinema. Okay. Well, that's the thing, LA. Like everybody has their gaps. Like even the people that want to make people feel bad about not seeing these specific movies, like they have gaps. You know, it's just you have to be able to call them on those gaps when that moment arises. You know, everybody's got gaps. You know, some people definitely have more than others. Like I haven't spent my entire life watching movies. Like I mean, I've watched movies my entire life, but like when I was a kid, when I found movies that I loved, I watched them over and over again. And I rarely went out of my comfort zone. I knew the movies I loved, and that's what I stuck to for a long time. And I watched a lot of, movies in the 2000s, but most of the stuff was newer, and I watched a lot of stuff in the 2010s. Um, so I'm only now just going back and discovering all these classics that maybe I should have saw when I was a kid, but uh, I'm seeing them now. So I don't know. I don't know what you want me to say. Exactly, Rob. Exactly. Look, you joke about that, but there are people that would legitimately say that. And they would be like, "You haven't seen Wood Chipper Massacre? The fuck out of here. You can't talk about nothing until you've seen that." Um, yeah, I've never seen Willy Wonka or The Wizard of Oz. And you know what? That's fine. Because I'm sure you'll check them out one day and you'll love them because they're great movies. And I love having a bunch of movies in front of me that I've never seen. I love the fact that there's still so many classics that I've never watched, you know? I feel like I'm closing that gap a little bit more and more every day. Um, but I'm trying to think. Oh, The Abyss. I've never seen The Abyss. I get to watch The Abyss for the first time here in about a month, and it's gonna be awesome. I've seen Aliens, I've seen True Lies, but I've never seen The Abyss. So yeah, that's pretty much my childhood. Like I watched horror, I watched comedy, and I watched action. And when I say as a kid, I'm saying like kid up until like mid 20s, maybe late 20s. Like I didn't care to watch like crime movies or dramas or any of that stuff. Like I didn't want I that was boring to me. I didn't even want to try. And that was me for a long time till I got into my 30s. And I started, veering out of my comfort zone a little bit more. But yeah, the Halloween movies, I watched that whole franchise like 80 times when I was a kid. Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, all that stuff. And Encino Man, yes, I want Encino Man on 4K too. Yeah, they're all the Halloween movies, they get a bad rap sometimes, but they're all pretty fun in their own way, you know? Yep. There's a lot of people that are great at doing film essays and talking about films and being super knowledgeable. There's tons of those channels. This is not that channel. My name's Mid-Level Media for a reason. I'm just a regular dude that loves movies and collecting, and I want to talk about it and share my passion. And that's what the channel is. I'm not an expert. I never claimed to be an expert. Never once will you hear me in any one of my videos claim to be an expert on cinema ever. I've never said that. All right. So I'm done, guys. 2 hours and 15 minutes. I appreciate you guys watching. I covered everything I wanted to cover, and it was a great live. And everybody was great. Everybody was fantastic. Thank you all for being here. 186 people are still here. Hit the like button if you haven't already. And onward and upward. We got big things coming. Maybe nothing's coming, but I like to think we got big things coming in 2024. And I just appreciate you all being along for the ride. Hit the like button. Leave me a comment after the stream if you want to. If you're watching on the replay, comments about anything that was discussed tonight, I would appreciate it. And we'll see you guys later.